Hello, this is Ruth from Talk to Ruth. Today I will be speaking to you for the first time here in Vanity Studios. And the name of the topic today would be Power of Positivity. First of all, I'm going to start off a bio of myself. My name is Ruth, and I've been with a studio in Adrenaline Radio and Advice Radio for many years until present time before the pandemic. I interviewed various people from all genres and all walks of life. I also um, had a variety show. So it was from music to art to successful people, people writing books, different topics about their life story and their businesses, products and services that they may have. Well, today, if you feel like giving up, or when you feel like giving up, there's 8 strong, positive, powerful messages that you need to apply within yourself. And one of them is you tell yourself, I am strong enough. I can overcome any obstacles. The next one is I choose to keep trying even when I get so discouraged. The next one, I accept that things aren't always easy and I will do them anyways. The next one is number 4. I become more talented as I learn every day because every day is a learning process. You can go down the street and you'll learn something new from a person, place, or thing. The next one, I will spend my time towards success, working towards success. I know that my goals are worth working for. Number 7, I will recover from my mistakes and keep moving forward. And number 8, I hope that the future holds so much for me. The reason why I got all these topics here, the power of positivity and 8 powerful words that we can use to our life, is because we all go through something in life that we can't control. Uh, I can see that in these areas here, I am strong enough. When I'm down, I feel, well, how am I going to pick myself up? The moment I feel that I'm not ready to start my day is I pray first. You can pray to the higher source. You can pray to your God. You can pray to the Almighty. And I pray because I have faith. And I believe that by having faith, I can have overcome. I have been, since the pandemic, we've all seen things and our families have passed. Maybe we caught that virus. Maybe we overcame that sickness and you felt like you couldn't do it. But that word here, I am strong enough, means a lot because you matter. Maybe you matter for your family, a friend, maybe somebody that is a passerby, somebody along your journey, maybe somebody in the past that helped you walk that next step. And what I found in myself by overcoming these obstacles, I had to reinvent myself. I felt like I was not pretty enough. I felt like I was not fit enough. I felt I wasn't strong enough and I felt I was weak. And then I had to say one day, you know what, snap out of it. You're needed here on earth. You're here for a purpose. So I have 2 children of mine, my own, and I have one in the heavens. But I learned from overcoming that we have to reinvent ourselves. I told my daughter this morning while I was taking her to school, I said, "You know what? I feel that I'm like a snake." The snakes usually shed themselves, and when they shed themselves, they're shedding themselves to become renewed. So I felt like I'm being renewed and I'm shedding whatever is access I have, shedding it away from me and becoming a new creature, a new thing, a new being, a new person, um, to maybe enlighten somebody that's really struggling, because you are important. And maybe you don't know it. You just look in the mirror and you say, I am loved. I'm beautiful, and you feel good in your own skin. And like I said, my obstacles were like trying to make me not want to go, because I've gotten bit by a dog and he tore my leg off, and the skin was torn, of course, not taken off. But my skin was torn, and I felt like that's the reason why I was feeling okay, I'm not pretty enough. I have this scar that's going to make me think that I can't. But I said, "My gosh, I can walk. There's nothing wrong with me." That scar makes me feel like I survived. I survived that very trauma that I had. Yeah, I was taken to the ambulance. Yeah, I was sewing up. Yeah, I almost passed. But you know what? I'm here, and I'm here for a purpose. And I know there's a lot of young kids out there barely starting their journey, and you don't give up. You tell yourself you're strong. You keep trying, and you accept things that are not easy. All you young people are very talented, and I believe in all of yous. You guys were not born bad kids. You guys were born out of love. So there's no need for madness. There's no need for bullying. There's no need for um, trying to target somebody, or being mad at someone, or having that anger. Enough is enough. Let it go and pursue your dream. Keep going, and you know that your goals. Once you set your goals, they will work, and you will recover from all of the mistakes that you ever done. But to you, youth out there, you be strong. And another thing that I was going to mention to not only youth, but to all, there's stuff that you cannot control. There's stuff that you see in the news, your stuff that you see with your neighborhood. There's stuff that you see that is so corrupt, and just full of crime. Well, you're one person that can make a change. And that one person, believe me, can change what their atmosphere is, their neighborhood is. It takes one person to clean up your neighborhood. And I know, because I'm an advocate of that. And I believe that you can be poor but clean. You can have a nice neighborhood and have a mess. But if there's one person that's messing the neighborhood, and it has to do with youth, you pick up your trash, you clean the graffiti, you help a neighbor, you extend your hand. You guys are young, but what I'm saying also to the youth and adults, sometimes things are out of control, and you gotta let go and let God. Give it to Him. So, I can't do it anymore. I can't take it anymore. Go to a mentor. There's youth outreaches, there's rehab centers, there's suicide helplines. Um, there's so many opportunities. You just have to look for them. Seek. There's Google. People are always looking in their phones. You go to the library, get resources, get help, because you guys, all you guys and gals, can make a change. What I was looking at this morning is the actions of others. You can't control the actions of others. There's no way. You don't have that power of somebody else's attitude, actions, what they do, what they say. It's out of your control. The outcome, the outcome of your efforts. Sometimes when you do so much and you want to see an outcome or get credit for what you did, you know who's looking at you. You know that there's someone giving you credit and maybe saying, you know what, good job. You did it. I believe in you. But you're not always going to receive that. So that's out of control. You cannot determine what another person's going to say. So that's why you have to say, you know what? I know I can do it. I did good. I tried my best. I did a good deed. Well, that's when I say it's internal and you have to have that faith. And what other people say is out of your control. The future, do you think that that's out of your control? You can have your future in control or out of control. It depends on you. So if you're in control of your future and you have goals that you're set, that means you're controlling your future. But if you don't, it's out of your hands. You cannot control your future unless you have these goals. You have talent. You got to set your talent and put them to action. How others care of themselves. Okay. How do others care of themselves? What if that person doesn't really care for themselves that much? Um, are you going to tell them, you know what? You need to shape up, do something. Um, you're just not caring for yourself anymore. You're down in your dumps, and you try to help that one person, and you keep trying and trying and trying, and it goes nowhere. It's like one ear goes in, and another it goes out to the other ear, and you can't control that unless they do it for themselves. What other people think of me? Okay. There's a lot of people that are going to think negative about you. There's a lot of people going to think positive about you. Maybe there's some people that are neutral, but you know what? Sometimes you cannot let other people affect the way you feel, because if they're trying to so hard to knock you down and keep telling you you're no good for nothing, you'll never amount to nothing, don't listen to that um, noise. Don't listen to that noise. The moment you start listening to that noise, you're going to get affected by it. So you know what? Just be the ball and let the ball bounce on you and bounce off of you. Don't apply it to yourself if you're going to get worried about what other people think. There has been even adults till this day telling me, "Oh, she's this way. Oh, she's that way." I don't know if I could say it on film, but there was some nasty words said to me. But then you know what I took them? I took it as a joke, so I didn't let it affect me. I said, "Oh wow, so you think I'm that way? That's that's your thought, but I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of. and I could see beauty when you don't see beauty. So you can tell me whatever you want. So, in other words, don't let people determine how you feel or how you want to feel. Don't let them control who you want to be. You be you. Be real. Be yourself. Be the different person. You're not all the same as other individuals. You are unique. You are your own character. You are your own person. And you are beautiful. Every one of you. Now, can you control what's around you? No, you can't. You can't control what's around you. If you see chaos all over you, are you going to panic? Are you going to be afraid to go out and live? You cannot panic because you're not living. Just because you see chaos in the world today, if you see, oh, I can't go outside because there's so much things go. You know what? Live. Go out to the beach. Walk in the water. Put water on your face. Me, for example, if it was so darn hot, well, right now it's in hot season, so I don't have an air condition. I don't have fortunate to have an air conditioner at home. So we do it the old-fashioned way. We get a towel, wet it, put it all over our shoulder, and call it a day. But if I'm watering outside, I'll do something weird that maybe people won't think it's normal, but you know what? Heck with them. Don't worry about what happens around you. Make yourself happy. Only you can make yourself happy from within. Another person can't make you happy. They can try, but you have to be happy internally. That comes from you. That's one of your emotions. You have so many emotions that you have to learn how to handle. You could hang you got to learn how to handle anger, frustration, sadness, um, happiness, joy, all these fruits of the spirit. You can have that happiness, but you have to make your own little happiness inside. So don't worry about what happens around you. You live, you enjoy life, you be like nobody's there looking at you. You just do it and make yourself happy. Now, the opinions of others. Do you worry about the opinions of others? Like social media? You know that social media, it really gets in the hearts of young people today and how it manipulates them and how they con and they do so much to corrupt that young person's heart. Well, you got to be strong enough, even adults as well as youth. You have to be as strong enough to not worry about those negative comments and worry about the opinions of others because everybody has their own opinion. They could have like I said, negative or positive. Who cares? You have to care about you. They can tell you whatever they want to tell you because that's their opinion. And you have to learn to accept. Um, Sometimes they'll say something. Oh well, you think you could do it? Okay, well at least I could try. At least I could try to do it, whatever it may be. It could be a sport. It could be um, going and being in public speaking. It could be helping people. You just extend yourself. But I got a lot of this message this morning, things that you cannot control. You just have to focus on things that you can control. And let me tell you, there's a few things that I can control. In my control, my thoughts and my actions. What I give energy to, that's what I can control. how I speak to myself. Do I read books? Do I internally meditate? Do I speak to myself in a way where I'm speaking directly to God? Am I praying? Um, just having this inner positive voice inside of you, that's in your control. The goals that you set, there's goals that we can set and say, you know what, I'm going to do it in this time frame, maybe within 1 year to 5 years, but I'm going to do it. But if you have a goal, just keep doing it step by step until you reach that goal. It could be talents, it could be your success, it could be your hobby, it could be your design, it could be something that you created, but you have to set that goal and just take it step by step. And what you can control also is, how do you spend your free time? That's what you can control. Your free time. How do you control your free time? Well, you can control your free time by going exploring nature, having a coffee with your colleague or your friend or acquaintance. And don't wait for someone to call you. You call them. I'm the type of person where they don't really call me. I'm always calling them and extending myself and saying, how are you? How are you feeling? What did you do today? We don't have that anymore. What happened to picking up the phone, hearing the person on the other line, and speaking to them really? Or are we texting, doing social media? We don't have no interaction. That's time. Well, I'm old school, so I like to hear the person in the other end of the phone. I really, really do. And I didn't get it. I'm the type of person that will go extend myself and visit. But for this, I'm talking about phone call. Okay, it's a pandemic, but who cares? You need to reach out. And how do you handle your challenges? Your challenges. Is there a lot of challenges that you have to face each day? Yeah, it could be a couple or more challenges a day. It could be challenge as a physical nature, as you being sick and trying to overcome sickness. That's a challenge. Um, you try not to be sick because you have children that need you. So you have to challenge yourself and say, you know what? I better be really helping myself to get well because these little kids depend on me. Or you can challenge yourself in a sport. If you want to challenge yourself in a sport and you reach to the next level, okay, how much further are you going to challenge yourself? Are you going to overcome that challenge and meet it head on and be successful? Sportsmanship in anything you do, there's a lot of challenges in life. There's a challenge to me. I have to overcome my grieving. It's not easy to overcome grieving and try to put a happy face on, knowing that internally you're grieving. That's my challenge, but I have to keep going. I got to keep I I can't give up. I got to keep going because you know what, somebody or someone needs me out there. Maybe one word can help that one person, and they probably will keep going because they see their life is worth it and you're worth it. And the last one is my boundaries. That's in your control. There's boundaries that you have to sustain, or maybe boundaries that you don't go over your boundaries. It could be anything. Just boundaries. Like, say, a person likes to drink. Are you going over the boundaries? Or maybe they like to smoke, or no, you got to have a limit. Um, you know that all, I'm not going to say anything. There's to each his own. Okay, people have their addictions, and they think they're going to get their needs met by being addicted, but you have to have boundaries. And I believe that you can overcome all those obstacles of addiction. And if you already reached that boundary, then you can stop and renew yourself and be a new creature. There's a lot of people that have overcome a lot of addictions, and they put something else in place of their addiction. They could probably help someone else overcome any type of addiction. But believe me, everybody can overcome a lot of challenges, a lot of obstacles, a lot of hurts and pains. They just got to see where they fit inside, as well as helping others um, overcome those boundaries. So I hope that you guys received enough of a positivity in your life, and maybe like me, like a snake, you shed a little bit, little by little, and renew yourself and become a new creature, a new being, and a new person. And if you'd like to get a hold of me, or DM me for with anything that you need, I have a few uh, social media accounts. I have a Facebook account. It's under Ruth Marquez. That's under the Facebook. I have the Instagram account, and it's Ruth dot Marquez dot 330. And another one is a TikTok. It's Creativity First. And that's my social media platforms if you need to get a hold of me. Um, Also, if you also want me to show your product and services, I can do so. You just go ahead and DM me any of those social media platforms, and I could maybe do it on air and show how it's working on me. I could try it on, and I could tell you if it works or not. Um, the thing is that I'm trying to make a little bit of, you know, funds. So if anybody's interested in their product or services for me to show in social media, I can do that also. But I just want to thank you once again for coming to my platform, Talk to Ruth. And I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you applied whatever I said to your hearts, and that you can overcome any obstacles. You are beautiful. And thank you so much for having me. How was it? Oh, it's kind of breaking down.